Baby, what is going on?
I'm good, dog. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good.
You enjoyed it?
The movie was great. The movie was great. We're here. We just watched a screen for Apple Music. Your executive produced the film, a documentary that's a 3-part. The second part's coming out. We just saw the first part.
And that started with the music business through the hot boy era, the bling bling era.
Bling bling era.
All the way up to Carter 3 when Wayne sold his first million the first week. That's when that one ended.
I love stories. First about, I mean, that brings up the dad. That just brings up that dad story. Talk to me about like your dad when you were growing up.
My pops was a hustler, straight out the military. He was all about some money. My pops was like my everything, you know, because my mom passed at such a young age, so he was like my mom's and my daddy. So he was like my everything to me.
My favorite part was the part when he said that you were going to be a millionaire, and he said you were like 7 years old. Why did you put that part in the movie? When he said how did that even come up?
Well, he used to store that in me, like, if he could do it again, he'll be a millionaire. And he always told me I was him again. Once I got in the music business and I got my first $1 million, I realized that one wasn't enough. And I got that when I was really like 17 years old. I had my first $1 million at 15. So by the time I got 17, I got my first $1 million in the music business.
Right.
And that's when I realized I had $1 million in the bank. That's when I realized I really need 100 of them. So I knew one wasn't enough.
My other second favorite part was the cars. You have been interested in cars since the beginning.
I was interested in cars and houses because we never had nothing. So for me, we used to watch little TVs. I'm really infatuated with TVs. I have to have big ass TVs in every room, the bathroom. And I never understood.
You got a big TV in the bathroom?
Every room. Everywhere. All on the wall, everywhere. I just have them everywhere. I just didn't understand why we had to have one car. Why? Who said we had to have one house?
I got inspired. I was like, you made me want to be a hustler. You know what I mean? And I felt like that's what the movie does. And your dad was a hustler in the best ways. Tell me about the hustle of putting Cash Money together, the record label together. What was that hustle like? Was it simple to just go out there and happen?
Oh, no. Being incarcerated and going back and forth to jail made me see that, you know, it got to be another way of life where I could still make a lot of money. And as I got a little older, I realized I got to do something right to try to live long and don't have to be in the penitentiary all my life or get killed in the streets. So, and once I got into the music business, I just was a savage. I had to have it.
And you've worked with people like Drake, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne. Well, tell me something that they've brought to you that they have inspired you with. What have they given to you?
I think we inspired them.
Okay.
And they saw our grind and took it and put it into their grind, like consistency. I think Nicki, Drake, and also Wayne, because he come from under the roof, let's take consistency, plus the ability to be talented, but the consistent of being able to keep doing it and how long you want to do it. And it's very rare, bro. You can count on one hand how many real artists that we have. You got 1 billion rappers, but how many real artists? You know, no disrespect, everybody do what they do, but it's levels to this shit. And it's not too many. You could count on one hand how many really on that type of level.
Right. No, I've heard that from the greats. I've heard all of them say there is that level. And what makes them like that level? I mean, Drake is on that level. What makes him on that level?
Talent, know-how, just the upbringing. They come up under the umbrella, and he took it. And man, Drake used to talk all the time about him being $100 million man when Wayne was getting $100 million. So that was always his ambition, to be real big in the game. And he stood forward, stayed focused, and dedicated and took the sacrifices to be that person, and that's why he is, him and Nicki.
If you had to give us anything on out, like what keeps you motivated, what keeps you going in consistency? You said the word consistency a lot of times. What is that?
I love what comes in the music, and I love what I do. And my drive for loving music have never changed. and helping young talent like the Jacquees and the Ninos and the Young Thug, you know. So my drive for the game never changed.
Dude, the movie was great. I mean, the movie was great. Were you involved heavily in the storytelling?
I did the whole storytelling. I wanted other people to tell a story, and I just wanted to speak. I didn't want to tell my story. I wanted other people to tell it. So I think it'll be more acceptance hearing it from other people,
Right.
than just hearing it from myself.
Thank you so much, baby, for hanging out with me, man. The story was amazing. You're a great storyteller. I mean, your team to put that together was phenomenal.
My man Clifton did a great job, and shout out to my man Larry Jackson. Thank y'all very much.
Peace.
Yeah.